Hi everyone, this is Daisy here, aka Professional High Priestess, and I'm feeling really mellow today. But I wanted to come and do another deck unveiling. Last but not least, the Ancestral Healing Oracle. But then I'm also going to do a Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine reading because I feel like I haven't done one of those in a while. And then I got some goodies coming for y'all in terms of karmic channelings and whatnot because we still have to be nosy, right? And see what's going on over there. Um, so basically, this Ancestral Healing Oracle deck is split up into different categories. So you can use just one category or you can use all of them at the same time. So it's separated into these categories. Ancestor focus. So is it your grandmother or is it a mother figure? Is it a child? Who's calling on you right now? Or where should you be putting your attention in terms of like the archetype of those people in your life? Ancestor messages. What messages did the ancestors have for you right now that'll help you ascend to the next level? And with the funny thing about the ancestor messages, why I really like those is because they also come associated with like sacred symbols. So then you can also learn more about these like different sacred symbols. Like for instance, on the resilience card, we have the Shoku Rei from Reiki, right? So it's a great way to not only learn about ancestral practices and these various symbols from around the world, these ancestral and spiritual symbols. It's also a great way to get like deeper insight and connect better with your ancestors. That's what the reason why I made this. Then it has impact. So what is the impact of ancestral trauma in your life right now, right? So for instance, um I have like the different chakra centers in here as well. So what this is saying is like basically, okay, based on the ancestral trauma or family trauma or karma that is still lingering, what energy center should you focus on? All right. So it tells you that. And then solutions. It has all different type of like practices that you can do and how to do them as well. Like earth offerings, building an altar, mediation, ancestral meditation, all of that in here. And then, yeah, I talked about the energy impact exactly. And so, what the energy impact, that was about the chakras, but then also, too, I put in other factors that could have impacted your ancestors in order for you to better understand, okay, so this is why my family is like that. This is why this happened in my family lineage. Sorry, my book. Anyways, I feel like that was like a sign here. But, anyways, so, like, for instance, one of these cards is societal factors. So with the societal factors, it tells you, okay, this is why your ancestors like went through the things that they're going through, or why you're dealing with certain karma. There's specific societal factors such as maybe patriarchy or racism or genocide or something that happened to influence your family that's still influencing them today. A very well-rounded deck. I really enjoy this deck, and I'm kind of peculiar about the way that I use it because it's been very powerful for me in my own exploration in terms of connecting better with my ancestors. And like for instance, like certain things will be going on in my life, and I'll ask the ancestor deck, why is this happening? And it'll bring up like different type of like messages or societal impacts or energy centers that are impacted, etc., in terms of why this situation is going on in my life. So I hope you guys enjoy it. All right, but I'm going to do a reading. All right, so dear bright and loving ancestors, because we want to see from an ancestral perspective what's happening between you, the divine feminine, divine masculine right now. Dear bright and loving ancestors, please show us the connecting energies between the divine feminine and divine masculine. And of course, this deck is going to be smaller too. Show me the connecting energies between the divine feminine and the divine masculine right now. Don't mind my outfit, I'm about to go out. What is the connecting energies between the divine feminine and the divine masculine? We have separation. Oh, this is going to be deep. What is the connecting energies between the divine feminine and the divine masculine? We have grandfather. We're getting there. What is the connecting energies between the divine feminine and the divine masculine? Connecting energies between the divine feminine and the divine masculine. We got addictions here. Okay. And then we got the crown chakra right here at the top of the deck. And then I'm going to use the Egyptian tarot to clarify, because I use this deck for all my like ancestral and my spiritual readings. What's going on between the divine masculine and divine feminine? There's a trauma of separation here that's been following either the divine feminine or the divine masculine for many, many life cycles. This can be a habit throughout the family lineage of someone maybe abandoning the family, or someone becoming abandoned and not creating some type of like addiction issues, attachment issues, etc. For divine feminines, divine masculines here. With the grandfather card, it says here grandfather represents the patriarchal order, masculine dominance, and rites of passage involving the passing down of masculine knowledge and wisdom. When this card appears, there's a need to heal around the grandfather energy, because this is like representing the patriarch. The energy that I'm seeing right now is like these masculines could be realizing the ways in which they embody toxic masculinity, or they could be reflecting on their father and their grandfather. Maybe their father and their grandfather also had karmic situations that went on, and because that this masculine is currently going through their own type of situations, it's forcing them to look at, whoa, like this is like a pattern for the man in my family to act this way, or to attract these specific type of women, or to enact this type of behavior. Now they're starting to look at the ways in which they've been enacting that generational curse basically within your connection, which is why you guys are in separation here. Addictions. These masculines and these feminines, both of us, both sides could be recognizing that we have addictions, whether that's a romance addiction, a sex addiction, shopping addiction, a food addiction, something, that there's some type of attachment or coping mechanism that is keeping them trapped and bound to karmic cycles here. Then with the crown chakra card, I feel like this is really powerful that this card came out, because what I'm sensing here is like there could be a generational disenfranchisement or disconnection from spirituality for both masculine and feminines. And now what's happening is like both parties are seeing like, whoa, this is why it's important for me in this lifetime to cultivate a spiritual practice, because there's been a spiritual gift or inheritance that has failed to manifest because of some type of separation that had happened, or patriarchal force that was very domineering, or toxic, or addictions that are getting passed down to the family that are blocking the spiritual centers. Another thing that I'm seeing here too is in your past life with your masculine, addictions could have been the reason why you guys separated from one another. There could have also been a misuse and abuse of the spiritual practice here too. Or this can also be indicating that right now you and the masculine are connecting at the not in the 3D but in the 5D through the crown chakra. There's telepathic communication and messages going back and forth. They're getting downloads and insights about your past life and the separation that you guys are currently in. This separation could have been residue from past life severe karmic debts that needed to be worked out. I do sense that there could be some masculine that is heavily drinking or smoking or whatnot because of the karmic energies that they're currently experiencing. Clarify separation. Clarify separation. I love this Egyptian tarot. It's so beautiful and crisp. Clarify separation for the divine masculine and divine feminine from ancestral perspective. Separation with the 9 of Swords. Trauma. Yeah. Sleepless nights here. I said that basically, oh, and the funny thing is, you see kind of like, there's like that little water symbol. That's like the sign of Aquarius. So your masculine could have Aquarius energy in their chart, but the crown chakra here is also ruled by Aquarius as well. So there's that. So with this 9 of Swords being here, I'm sensing that, of course, there's unresolved trauma, like from a past life, but there's a trauma of abandonment and separation here. Either you or your masculine, one of the reasons why you are currently in separation is because the trauma is unresolved. Maybe you had abandonment issues from a parent, or maybe this masculine has issues with commitment, or doesn't want to be tied down or something like that. But there's a trauma here that's residual. And a lot of the times when a lot of these masculines are detached and they're the runner and they're running around and they're avoiding you and things like that, it's because there is a trauma that they went through of being abandoned, or by a masculine or feminine figure. So in order for them to not, reenact that same pain from their childhood or from a past life, it could be a cellular or DNA memory, they detach and they run away. And it's like, okay, well, I'm going to avoid you before you try to avoid me in order to avoid pain. But it doesn't work like that. That's what I'm seeing here right now. Clarify grandfather, spirit, please. Clarify grandfather for divine feminines and divine masculine connecting energies. And this separation right now is you needing to heal some unresolved trauma. Maybe you got codependency issues. Maybe you got attachment issues. And this separation is there for you to be able to look at that and heal that. Clarify grandfather. Clarify grandfather. Clarify grandfather, please. Okay, what do we have here? We have the 3 of Wands. ships coming in, expectations, plans. Let's see. What's the Three of Wands and the father? Grandfather. Okay, Three of Wands. Someone's at a distance. Yeah, and with the separation card, I feel like this masculine could have had like a bad relationship with the father figure. Maybe they were raised by their grandmother and grandfather because their parents weren't around. That could be something too, which has led to them like cultivating addictions and blockages in their crown chakra, like debilitated thinking, even mental illness here could be inherited because of this trauma that's been unresolved. Clarify grandfather, please. Okay, then we got the King of Pentacles here. I really like this card, the way that they drew it. You got the King of Pentacles here, and he has Uraeus, which is the serpent representing loyalty and royalty, and legacy on his hat. So with the King of Pentacles here, this is what I'm saying. This masculine, then we look at, you got the Eight of Swords at the bottom of the deck, spiritual jail. This, what I'm seeing here is like this right now, feminine message for you. This masculine is in spiritual jail for the sins of their forefathers. I feel like they are starting to think about, whoa, they could potentially have been having dreams about this. They've been getting insights and downloads. They've been really thinking like, okay, about you with the Three of Wands here, that you're at a distance and they feel trapped and bound. They want to come towards you. They want to come forward towards you, but there's some trauma that they are working out right now regarding the father, masculine lineage of their line, the paternal line. I'm also sensing here that something that could have happened is maybe this masculine's grandfather went to jail, was in a chain gang, or was involved in criminal activities or getting trapped by karmics or something like that. And now this masculine is thinking about their path, them being trapped, them being in spiritual jail, and thinking, wow, like this is like a generational thing for this energy to keep on reincarnating itself throughout my family. I'm also seeing here with the King of Pentacles, this masculine is also thinking about like, their rites of passage, and that they needed to go into this Eight of Swords energy in order to basically come into this King of Pentacles, come into a more stable, secure individual, instead of being in the King of Swords, emotionally detached, right? Sociopathic, narcissistic, or the King of Wands, a Don Juan, a hoe, sleeping with everything moving. Clarify addictions. Clarify addictions, please. Feminine, you are also thinking about your relationship with your father figure in relationship to your masculine, and how that relationship, whether good or bad or non-existent, was a precursor to what happened between you and your masculine, and being in that dark night of the soul that you had to go through with the Nine of Swords. Because Nine of Swords is dark night of the soul, and with the clarifying the separation card, this was a much needed separation and break in order for you guys to reassess and understand why you needed to separate in the first place and what was going on in the imbalances. Clarify addictions, please. With the Judgment here. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm telling you, these masculines, and there's a lot of judgment energy out here in terms of like with the Nine of Swords, and you got the Eight of Swords here. There's karmic, there's karmic retribution happening right now. And then the funny thing is on here, it's kind of like, that's kind of like the symbol of Saturn, the scepter right here. The sky. It looks like a sky or a receptor, but it looks like the symbol of Saturn. And then you have Anubis here. Yeah, with the scrolls in his hand, the Akashic records. And it's like he's looking back towards man, like, I have your records. I see what you've done. I see what you've been doing and what you've failed to do. And these masculines or feminines, take out or resonates, whichever side you've been on, that have not been doing their work, that have been engaging with karmic energies, that have been trapped in addictions, they're under judgment right now. Because I feel like there are specific type of actions and behaviors that they facilitated while in these addictions that have like reaped cosmic consequences. Because Akashic Records, remember, it's DNA, it's next life, but it's also your connection to the other celestial like bodies, like going to Sirius or Andromeda or different star systems. And even if you try to incarnate into those areas, or if you enter into those places in your astral travels, you're going to be under judgment because they see your Akashic records on you. Wow, that's exactly what I was just told and channeled through just even this card. I love this deck. Clarify crown chakra. Please clarify crown chakra, please, for connecting energies. This masculine knows that they're under judgment for what they did to you. Another thing that I am getting is because they have a soul contract with you and they put you in the Nine of Swords energy through this separation and why you guys have to separate. Something that I am seeing is like there is some type of karmic debt being activated from their paternal line with all the Capricorn transits, one, but also two, um this individual knows that because they worked against you, they equally worked against themselves. That they should have never took it that far, whatever they did. Clarify crown chakra for the divine masculine, divine feminine, uh, connecting energies. Clarify crown chakra. Clarify crown chakra. With the justice card. Ooh, karma. Justice card here. And the crown chakra. There's some karma coming down for the misuse and abuse of the crown chakra. Maybe this masculine could have manipulated like spell work, because crown chakra is higher levels of awareness, higher dimensions, right? But it's also like the intellect. So one way that I'm seeing this is they're under judgment for the ways in which they perpetuated narcissistic, sociopathic mind games on you. Another thing that I am seeing is like they are under judgment and justice. The fact that judgment and justice came out is there's major spiritual energies here right now for the divine masculine, divine feminine collective. For those who are in separation and dealing with trauma that their masculine or feminine brought into them. What I am seeing here is that this masculine or feminine could have misused or abused like higher levels of spiritual knowledge or wisdom or magic and spell work like that on you. And because of that, they're under judgment right now. There's justice is being called. They're getting their karma. Then I see two lions on here, so there could be a Leo masculine here or feminine, and then I see the Venus sign here, so a Libra or Taurus, and then Ma'at, scales of balance, is on here. I think that these drawings are from the Papyrus of Anai or Ani. Clarify Nine of Swords. Clarify Nine of Swords. Yeah, I love that I don't use this deck for anything else but ancestral readings. Clarify Nine of Swords. Clarify Nine of Swords. Yeah, you got the Wheel of Fortune. So with the Wheel of Fortune here, it's destined that this had to happen. With the Moon card here, there were still subconscious energies. There were subconscious energies that needed to be worked out, that were not being worked out. This person was living a double lifestyle with the white and the black dog duality being there. It very much trapped in their lower chakras here. And they needed to get exposed, and they had to go into that energy because they were too much in the Seven of Swords energy. But the funny thing about this Seven of Swords, you see that Ankh right there in the middle? The Ankh is all about the afterlife. It's all about what do you do in this life currently that's going to translate into the afterlife. That's why even in the traditional tarot, they said the Seven of Swords is the most spiritual card in the Swords deck. Because it's like, you know, as you're playing with those swords, lying, trickery, deception, manipulation, be very careful, because what you're doing now is translating into the afterlife with the Ankh being there. I told you, with Anubis looking at these Akashic records, like, and I have your scrolls and the Ma'at scales of balance, these masculines are under heavy judgment right now. Masculine and feminines who have been mistreating their twin or divine partner, etc. Take it how it resonates. With the Wheel of Fortune and the Nine of Swords, whatever this separation, because of the trauma that they caused you, there's something that's going to be fated, a destined event that's going to happen for this masculine or feminine here. They activated that through their actions, and then it got tagged into their Akashic records is what I'm seeing here. Clarify judgment, please, and addictions. Clarify judgment and addictions. So with the Wheel of Fortune and separation, it was destined for the separation to happen, for you to heal your trauma and for them to heal their trauma and get their karma. Clarify judgment with the Hierophant here. Yeah, God is involved. The Most High, higher level forces here is what I'm seeing here. Decisions are being made in the spiritual realm right now about your partnership as well. Whether you're going to continue on this contract or if you're going to get a new partner, with the Two of Pentacles and the Hierophant being here. Then the funny thing is the Hierophant has like the symbol of Mars on it too. Because these masculines have literally treated you like their enemy and like facilitated warfare on you and whatnot, and sided with the karmic and done all that other shit while they were in their addictions. The Most High is stepping in here, and they're rewriting the Akashic records, and this individual's under judgment. And it's only when that contract is rewritten and the energy is taken away of you, your connection completely, that's when they're going to realize, okay, this is what I've lost. I feel like this separation had to happen for them to realize who you were to them, but in that separation, they weren't doing their work. Eight of Swords energy, they were involved in other type of fuckery, like Oh, putting it off, I'll do it later with the Three of Wands, procrastinating. And then a higher level ancestor had to step in and shake their cage. Then the Most High had to come down here. Anubis had to come down. And it was so funny because, like, I had a vision of Anubis. He's probably like, girl, you are crazy. But I had a vision of Anubis, and he was sitting at an office desk. And there was little papers coming in because karmics are getting their karma right now. And there's also, like, because of all the different things that are happening on this planet, like all the different, like, people passing away en masse. He was sitting at his desk with all these paperwork piling up, and he got hella mad. He was like, I have too much work. and he had all these, like, glasses. Like, he was really, like, in an office cubicle. And he said, he's like, bruh! Because these karmics are getting hella karma with Saturn right now, and he has hella work that he has to do in terms of facilitating that karma and filling in these Akashic records. Anyways, I just thought that was hella funny. Clarify crown chakra and justice. Clarify crown chakra and justice. Wow. Yeah, we got the Six of Swords here and the Seven of Swords. I'm telling you, spirit guides are here, and they're going to be pushing you forward, moving you away from this tumultuous situation. If this masculine does not get it together, you guys will be disconnected from the crown chakra, and then you'll be placed with someone else, because the Seven of Swords, deception, trickery, manipulation is too much. They've now impacted their next lifetime with what they've done in this lifetime. I'm hearing a couple lifetimes in. Yeah, because you got the devil here. Yep. Because they wanted to be tumultuous, they wanted to play games, they wanted to disrespect you, they wanted to be in toxic devil energy with the karmic and not listening to their higher self and listening to the calling. Even though that they knew who you were, they felt like potentially you were always going to just stay there and play with them, with the Three of Wands being here. And the Seven of Swords that kept on coming out is what I'm seeing here. Oh, that was a deep reading. So y'all, I hope you enjoyed this karmic, ancestral channeling for the divine feminines and divine masculines. I think I'm going to do one for the divine masculine and the karmic in terms of what was the ancestral connection between them. All right, y'all. I hope you enjoy. Thank you so much for watching. And if you want to get the deck, you can go ahead and head to my website, daisyozim.co/oracle, and you can get the deck there. It is on pre-sale. After the deadline, which is June 29th, it's going to go up to $40, but shipping is always going to be free. And I have so many more tools and opportunities and things like that coming for you guys. So thank you so much for subscribing. Have a great day. Bye.